18, I was in a relationship, fell in love, met somebody. I gained like 60 pounds. I love the saying, like, iron is the best stress, or breakups make bodybuilders. I am by no means a bodybuilder,
It's
but
true.
yeah, do I actively work out and feel like I've progressed and gotten better and people recognize that? Yeah, I think growth is very important. We all go through trials and tribulations of weight loss or wanting to better our body, but it's good that you have that recognition. Some people do not have that recognition. So yes, could you and I have a diet and be okay for the rest of our lives? But yeah, we could. But if somebody comes up to us and says, hey, like, this is affecting your health, I'm going to take that proactively. Your health is your diet. Like, your diet is your health. So
Yes.
you eat healthy, you get healthy results. You eat like all the time, you're going to get bad results. I think some people need to really sink in and think, man, I could live an extra 10 years if I just work out.
I think that's the problem. I think people just think of right now. They don't think of 5, 10, 20, 30, 40 years from now. They're thinking about just right now. And yeah, like right now I could eat Taco Bell and McDonald's every day and I'd probably still look the same. Like I mean, I might look a little bit worse, but I'd probably still look the same. Like it wouldn't really change my physique probably that much. But just because I trained so hard and I train consistently and I have for a while, but it's like, that's not why I eat the way that I eat. It's not, has nothing to do with how I look. And I wish people would separate the aesthetic from like the health a little bit more and like start realizing that diet and exercise is vital for your health. As you age, if you don't do resistance training, you lose muscle mass every single year. Like
Right.
you're losing muscle mass if you are not training. So even just to avoid losing muscle mass, let alone put more on, like you need to at least be doing like a couple days a week. Like at least do something. Doesn't even have to go crazy. You don't have to be Chris Bumstead, but just do a little bit. Just do something because it's better than nothing. It's better than nothing, and that's what most, you know, like a lot of people are doing right now is nothing. And I get it because it's like, I think the problem is a lot of people, they're always looking for a solution. They're like, oh, I need to lose weight, or oh, I need to be more healthy, so I'm gonna go on this diet, or I'm gonna do that, or I'm gonna
Right.
take this supplement. And it's like, why don't you just start from the very basics, from the fundamentals of how's your sleep, how's your diet, and are you training? If you start there, you'll realize you don't need any of that extra stuff to get
Exactly. You
the
don't.
results that you want to get most of the time. I always tell people, just focus on those 3 things. Just focus on that. Don't overcomplicate it. And that's, I think, a big problem that we have right now is we've made it so overcomplicated. And it's like, what are we doing?
Exactly. We have. Yeah,
Like,
you
why
are
are we
right.
making people have to do all this math? And like even with just like tracking your macros and stuff, like I think that's a good idea for people who are like maybe getting into the more advanced level and maybe they're wanting to pursue like a career in fitness or stuff like that. Or if they're trying to lose a large amount of weight, then yeah, that's important. But if you're just trying to be healthier, or if you just, you know, maybe want to get toned, as everybody says, if that's your only goal, I don't really know if all that's necessarily gonna get you there. I mean, it'll probably help you get there a little faster, but you don't need all that. And if that's gonna be a barrier from getting you to being consistent, then I say just eliminate it and just keep it simple. If you keep
I
it
agree.
simple, then it's gonna be easier for you to be consistent. So, but that's just my thought. That's my opinion.
I think it's a great
Everybody has their own opinion on it.
it's a great valid opinion though too, because macros are advanced, you know, and people, I remember when I was younger and people came up to
Yeah.
me and said, you need to count your macros. I'm like, dude, I don't think you understand. If I don't know macros,
Arnold didn't count his macros.
exactly. And a lot of these kids in the gym aren't counting their macros, then how can you expect us that don't want to be at that pro level to count them?
And I don't know that there's any right or wrong way to diet. I think that it just depends on what's important to you and what foods first of all, do you like? And then also what is going to help you get to your goals. So like, I don't track macros, but I do know like generally how much protein I'm eating every day. Cause if there's one thing that I want to track, it's protein.
Yeah.
Cause I want to make sure I'm at least getting enough protein. And I usually do, but I do kind of just pay attention. I'm like, okay, I've had like 60 grams of protein so far today. Okay. So I need to eat like maybe another couple pieces of chicken, you know, like I keep
Right.
track of it in my head. I don't keep track of it formally, like written down, but I keep track of it in my head. I know generally how much protein is in, and I look and see how much protein I'm eating and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, I think it's important to just know the basics of nutrition and then kind of sculpt your diet around, okay, what foods am I going to eat every day? Because I think the biggest mistake people make when they start a diet is they go like crazy. They're like, all right, I'm just gonna eat chicken and rice and broccoli every day for 6 months, and that's all I'm gonna eat. And it's like you're gonna get sick of that so fast.
Yep.
And it's like, do you even like chicken and broccoli and rice? Probably
Yeah.
not. So maybe find something, or maybe chicken, broccoli, and rice one day, and then like another day you have like a burrito bowl or something. Like just find things that you enjoy, maybe like 5 or 6 meals that you enjoy, and just make those consistently. Kind of swap them out, every now and then, and you'll probably be fine. Because if you don't like what you're eating to the point where it's like you're scarfing it down, like where you're having to like shove it down your throat, it's
Yeah.
like then that's not going to be sustainable. It's just
Right.
not.
I agree with
Unless
you.
you're a bodybuilder, competitor, and you have to eat like that, then it's like find recipes that are healthy, that you enjoy, that aren't ultra processed, and where it's mainly whole foods. And then here and there have your cupcake and whatever. Don't get rid of those things, because you got to have joy in your life.
You have
But
to.
just try to make 80% of what you eat really good whole foods, and then maybe 20% is just like you give yourself a little leeway. That's my philosophy. I don't know.
Like that. It goes to show, it's funny you said that, because like the burrito bowls are great, and like I think the one thing people
Oh
can't
yeah.
turn away from is flavor. They try something maybe like a
Yeah.
club grilled chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A. The classic of all, delicious. It's got lettuce, bacon, tomatoes, whatever the you want on it. It's so good. I think people end up craving things that they know, well, it's not fast food, but it's healthier than fast food. Okay, well, do you know what's healthier than fast food and that's healthier than Chick-fil-A? It's just a chicken breast, seasoned broccoli and rice.
Right.
If you, and like you said too, it's not sustainable for people who don't even like that stuff. I have a buddy who's actually in
Right.
Vegas with me, but he hates poultry. He hates steak.
Okay, that's just weird. But
Yeah. Well, when he said he hated steak, I was a little upset. I wasn't mad, because I wanted to
you're
feed him
like, I'm
a ribeye.
concerned.
It's a texture
I,
thing.
I wanted to feed him like a ribeye
Wow.
at that point. And it is a texture
Yeah.
thing for him. So, but he loves
Okay, that
loves
makes
anything
more
chicken.
sense.
Yeah, he'll eat anything chicken, but his go-tos, he's got the best metabolism out there. He can eat McDonald's and Taco Bell all day, and he has a great metabolism. So he's very lucky, but he sees his brother gaining a little bit of a gut. So he's like, shit, it's gonna catch up to me too. Like,
It will, and that's why like sometimes I'll have like a few days where I eat bad. I'm like, oh, I gotta snap out of this. I gotta snap out of it, because I know where this goes. This is a slippery slope. But as long as you can recognize that though, and don't let yourself go down those rabbit holes of where, oh, it's the seventh day in a row that I've gotten McDonald's. What am I doing?
right.
As long as you can snap out of it, then you're good. But
If I had a
sometimes it's
great
hard, because you're like, man,
metabolism,
this is
I agree with you. It is hard, guys, because if I had a great metabolism and could work out and could eat fast food and get yoked off of that, I would. I mean, if there were better,
I think I probably could. Like I have a pretty good metabolism as it is. And I say that because I don't want people to think that like I have some secret, like of what I'm doing. Like I have this certain exercise I do that just melts away fat. Like no, like I have a pretty good metabolism to begin with. Like I'll just be honest right there. And I probably have pretty good genetics too. So I've got that, but then I also have lupus. So it's like it kind of balances it out. So I have to eat healthy because I have to reduce inflammation, because lupus is triggered by inflammation. So if I eat a bunch of crap, then I'm going to feel like crap. And even if I didn't have lupus, it makes you feel like crap. And I notice the difference. Like when that's why I eat sweet potatoes and stuff all the time, and like broccoli and just stuff like that, not because I like it. I mean, I like sweet potatoes, but like, I could go the rest of my life without eating broccoli again, and I think I'd be okay.
oh
But
yeah,
I eat
could
stuff
too.
like that because it makes me feel better. That's why I eat it. It has nothing to do with how I look. It's because of the way it makes me feel. And I wish people would realize how much better they would feel if they ate better. I
Right.
mean, I don't know. For me, it's like night and day.
I think some people are just late on flavors, seasonings, what you can do to food to make it taste 10 times better. And
Oh yeah,
another,
I have like 3 different things full of different seasonings. I love seasoning. I use seasoning on everything. I'm like,
chips,
I'm not gonna
ice
eat
cream, yogurt.
bland chicken. Yeah, and I'm not gonna eat that either. So I'm gonna make the healthy food taste better. That's
Right.
I don't know. That's the easier way for me to eat it because I can't eat stuff if it's not seasoned.
It's more natural. It's also more natural. One pack of chicken breast, 6 to 8 is what, 10, 12 bucks? You go to Chick-fil-A, 2 chicken sandwiches is $12. Why would I buy 2 chicken sandwiches?
At least.
Yeah, at least. That's just without anything on it. Why would I do that?
Right.
I can get chicken breast, bread them, and then make my own sandwiches for the next 5 days. It just seems more logical. But then
it's because it's easy. It's easy to go to Chick-fil-A. You don't have to do anything. You just go and you just show up. But it's like if you add up the driving to Chick-fil-A, sitting in the drive-thru, then driving back home, you're probably spending about the same amount of time. It's just you're not doing anything. You're just sitting in your car. So you're like, okay, just waiting for my food. It's instant gratification.